Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me a few questions, so today I'm going to be answering 10 questions that you guys asked me. Before we get into it, y'all know what to do. You should subscribe if you haven't already and like the video once you're done watching. Let's get into it. So the first question that someone asked is, do I ever feel like my hair reaches a point where it stops growing? So personally, I don't think that my hair ever stops growing. Or anyone's hair. I think there are certain factors that can prevent your hair from growing, which would kind of be things like age, maybe seasonal changes, maybe genetics, health, taking care of your hair. Certain factors like that could prevent your hair from not growing, and also the lack of iron and protein. And this is why people always tend to say eat healthy as well, because that can also help your hair from growing. So I would check into one of these things, but otherwise I don't think your hair stops growing unless the older you get, your hair tends to grow thinner and it tends to become more less. But otherwise it would just be genetics, your health, taking care of it, seasonal changes and factors like that. So the second question is, how do I get my hair thick and voluminous? I think with this question there are a lot of factors that can help you get your hair thick and voluminous. I think with me, my hair is actually, I was just born with like a lot of hair. So I've never actually considered like buying products to make my hair thicker. But what I did find is there's certain factors or products that you can use to make your hair thick and voluminous. Factors such as coconut oil, avocado, castor oil are really important for your hair, and I would recommend that you just find products that have these ingredients, or you just do home remedies with these ingredients that can help you, along with eggs as well. I think that's also really good for getting your hair thick and voluminous. The third question is, how old is my hair? So my natural hair is 5 years. I have done a video on this actually. I started transitioning my hair in 2013 and I cut my hair I think 2 years or 3 years after that. I didn't cut all of my hair, I cut all the straight bits once my natural hair started growing. So in general I would say my hair is 5 years. The fourth question is, does heat affect the health of the hair? If yes, what should be done to straighten instead of heat? Yes, it definitely does affect your hair. I've mentioned this before, and I think even one of the recent previous videos. Your hair starts to burn at 450 degrees. So when you are straightening your hair or using heat on your hair, it does burn, unless the heat is below that or you're using products to help when straightening your hair. So what I would recommend is that you try look for products that can help when straightening your hair, and you also minimize the heat of the straightener or the hair dryer. Other things that could help you straighten your hair instead of using an actual straightener or heat would be certain items which I've seen a lot of influencers using, and it helps to straighten your hair immediately, and it is heatless. So just have a look online and you will see it. The fifth question is, how often do I trim my ends? I trim my ends once or twice a year. I don't think you should trim your hair any more than that. Otherwise, you just really just end up cutting your hair and it doesn't need that trim. So that's why I tend to just trim my hair once or twice a year, and I do it by myself. Question 6 is a bit different. It's not about hair. Someone asked me if I'm humble. So I had to check online and see some characteristics that define someone who's humble. And I guess I am humble in some way, and in some way I'm not, but I would tend to think that I am a humble person. So question 7, someone asked, is cutting the hair ends necessary for its growth? So this is actually a really good question. I used to think that cutting your hair is good because then it helps with growth, but actually it's wrong. It's actually a myth. So cutting your hair makes your hair healthier and thicker, but your hair grows from your actual scalp. So I don't think that when you're cutting your hair, it helps the follicles grow, and which is what determines how fast your hair grows and how long your hair grows. The next question is, how do you keep your hair thick and growing for 4C hair? I think I've already answered this in the previous questions, but I just want to add a little tip to this. I don't think there's a specific way of helping a specific type of hair to grow. I think in terms of natural hair, there's different methods of helping hair grow in general. So I don't think there's a specific way to make type 4C hair grow. And question 9 is, how do you get rid of breakage on 4C hair? So I don't have 4C hair, so I did have to research a little bit on this. So I wouldn't want to just lie to you guys and be like, this is how you help prevent breakage on your hair. As I mentioned in the previous question, is I don't think there's specific ways to help 4C hair from breaking. I think there's specific ways to help all types of hairs from breaking. And I think with 4C hair, it tends to be the most coilest hair. So it's probably the type of hair that you'd have to give more attention to compared to maybe my type of hair. And the reason why I'm saying this is because 4C hair will tend to maybe have more coils, so then it'll get detangled quicker or whatever the case. So I think to help 4C hair from breaking is to maybe retain more moisture on your hair, shampoo your hair maybe not regularly on a weekly basis, but maybe every 2 to 3 weeks. Detangling, as we know, especially on 4C hair, 4C hair tends to detangle quite quickly. It's important that you detangle on a regular basis, and also you detangle with your fingers. Also, deep conditioning is very important to helping your hair from breaking. And our last question for today is, will I ever cut my hair? So this is quite a hard question. I wouldn't exactly say that I would cut my hair at this moment in my life, but you never know. Like, I could cut my hair, I could just decide one day to cut my hair, but no, I don't think I'd cut my hair. And I think God knew that I had a very small head and weird shaped head, and that's why he gave me a lot of hair. But no, I wouldn't cut my hair at this moment in my life. So yeah guys, those are really quick 10 Q&As that you guys asked, and I have answered for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do hope that I did give you guys some tips or some information that actually answered your questions. And if you guys have any other further questions, you are more than welcome to just DM me. My Instagram name is Curls by Beauty if there are any new members on here. And if you guys already are following me on my Instagram page, just DM me. I'm always free to help and give you guys some tips. See you guys in the next one. Bye.